Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is a Rolex Oyster Perpetual Milgauss, reference 116400. This is the black dial clear crystal model. It's launched in 2007 and discontinued in 2014. The timepiece is of the latest generation of Rolex's engineer or technician-oriented timepiece, and we'll talk all about that. The timepiece, as you see it here, 116400 in 904L steel, is 40 millimeters in diameter. It has a lug-to-lug measurement of 48.9 millimeters, and if you include the end links of the bracelet, it's only slightly broader at 49.5. So it goes from 48.9 millimeters to 49.5. Not a big stretch. You can see these end links are almost flush with the lugs. 13.2 millimeters thick. The watch has a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. I weighed it, and it weighs 155 grams, which is impressive weight for a watch that is not very large or precious metal. You can see on the wrist, it's a handsome piece. And because the case really defines the lug-to-lug, the end links of this particular version of the Oyster bracelet are very compact and short. So it wears well. Even though it's a fairly large watch, on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, it wears just fine. And you could almost certainly wear this watch on a wrist as small as 15 centimeters, given the down the barrel. Although it's not thin, it's also not thick, and it has a dramatically sloped case length, so it should fit underneath the cuff. The watch is made of 904L steel. I mentioned it earlier, but what does that mean? It is a high nickel content steel, so compared to 316, this does not need to be rinsed after exposure to sweat, sea salt, or certain kinds of acids. And while that might be excessive, keep in mind that conventional stainless steels can actually corrode if exposed to sea salt or even the oils of your wrist. So this is an extra measure of resilience, this 904L steel. Rolex calls it oyster steel. We have an oyster bracelet too. We've got a conforming end link, and then we've got a taper down towards the clasp. We've got removable links, which are fixed in place using screws. You can see that right there. And then we've got a folding clasp. It's got a beak and a hook that locks it together so it snaps shut, and were it not for this Rolex Certified Pre-Owned tag, I could demonstrate perhaps more directly, but there is a spring-loaded lift lock mechanism here that allows you to unlatch and open the clasp body without requiring the clamshell that you often see on oyster clasps. So you have to lift this up and unlock it. It's not a snap-shut friction fit system. It's got more solidity than that. Inside the clasp, we have Rolex's 5mm snap-in, snap-out, easy link tool-free adjustment mechanism, and then we'll do our best to see inside this clasp here. You can see inside the clasp there are 3 pairs of divots, so you can pop out the spring bar that anchors the bracelet and change the anchoring point inside of the clasp. The case is fairly squat and rotund. You can see it's got a twin lock crown screw down along with a screwed in model specific case back, which is not universal on Rolex watches. More on that in a moment. 100 meters water resistant. We'll take a quick look at this dial in the dark. Check out the lume of the Milgauss. And this one is a V series, so approximately 2009 manufacture. You could tell because it's pre-chromolite. The dial is a matte gray, so it's not the gloss that we're used to seeing on other Rolex watches. We see a lot of gloss black. This is actually a matte gray, and perhaps to make the colors of the dial pop, you can see the use of orange outboard of the indices. The crown, the hands, and the indices are all white golds. They won't tarnish or oxidize over time. And then we've got that lightning bolt seconds hand, which might seem a little bit frivolous and postmodern until you realize that that was part of the original Milgauss series launched in the 1950s. And so it was something the very sober, conservative, technical experts of Rolex included on the very first models. So it's not some sort of odd modern day affectation. It is an authentic mid-century modern affectation. We have a stop seconds function, so you can easily synchronize the watch to a reference time. Now, one reason the Milgauss does not have a date is because there's a soft iron cage around the movement, and creating a date window would create a perforation through which magnetic flux could pass. Now, the movement is the 3131, and it's fair to say that under this model-specific caseback, again, unusual, most Rolex watches do not have a model-specific caseback with the name of the watch on it, but that iron cage helps to, it's paramagnetic, so actually attracts magnetism. It takes the magnetic field lines and ideally wraps them around the movement so that they don't interact with the oscillator assembly. Now, of course, there's a lot more going on inside a modern Milgauss. You've also got an anti-magnetic escapement. You've got the parachrom blue niobium zirconium anti-magnetic hairspring. So Milgauss, 1000 Gauss, might have been the standard back in the 1950s. In reality, this watch is quite a bit more resilient than that. The movement is a bidirectional winder with a 48-hour power reserve, 31 joules, a 4 hertz beat rate. The movement is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer, and it features a full balance bridge and a free sprung balance for shock resistance. The free sprung balance also making for very precise adjustment of the watch. The niobium zirconium hairspring parachrom is extremely anti-magnetic, but it also has a hand-formed Breguet overcoil profile, so in any physical position on the wrist, the watch will keep very consistent time. And the watch movement is about 28.5 millimeters in diameter. It is very tough, it is very accurate, it is very resilient. This watch is anti-magnetic, shock resistant, and water resistant. It is the full package. If you love this watch, reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details. Rolex Certified Pre-Owned watches are backed and authenticated by Rolex. Should any reconditioning be necessary, it will be to a Rolex Certified standard, and any parts invested Rolex Factory Original. Should the initial retail box, paper, and accessory set still accompany the watch, it will be included with the sale. But no matter what, a certified pre-owned box and paper set starts with an outer box, a leatherette travel pouch with suede lining, a warranty card that embodies the 2-year globally valid Rolex-backed warranty. Note, this is not a retail warranty, but backed by Rolex and actionable at any of its authorized points of sales and service. A leatherette wallet includes the warranty terms and conditions manual. A holographic hang tag marks this as a certified pre-owned Rolex watch, and a manual details Rolex's values as a company. The certified pre-owned program: care, feeding, service, and use of your Rolex, locations of points of sales and service, and details of Rolex.com. Rolex certified pre-owned watches are backed only by Rolex.